Okay, welcome to Uprising, and not far at all till our next pay-per-view event, Slamboree 2002. I've got all the matches sorted, and this is just building up to those matches. So a lot of interview segments here with the likes of Sid Vicious, his feud hotting up nicely with Mike Awesome, very even. Sting and The Wall over the TV title. Lash LeRoux hyping up his match against Shane Helms tonight as he requested. Also giving a little dig in there to Curt Hennig, who he's going to be facing at Slamboree. Tazz is going to beat Bam Bam Bigelow to keep his 100% winning start. Sorry, I was just talking about interviews then, wasn't I? Scott Steiner is going to have an interview here after attacking Buff Bagwell 2 shows ago. And later on in the show, Buff Bagwell is going to sneak attack Popper Pump to break even with him. So for matches, as I said, Tazz is going to beat Bam Bam Bigelow. Samu is going to make his debut by beating Raph, and it was my mistake, but I've pretty much given up on Raph. I don't think it's going to work now. He's lost too much overness, so he's being used as the guy to go over clean to Samu in his debut. Randy Orton hopefully is going to gain some overness from this match by beating Norman Smiley. Definitely one for the future. Dark Carnival, they attacked Conan last on Showdown, last TV show. So his two stablemates, Billy Kidman and Chavo Guerrero, are going to take on Vampiro and Great Muta, and in a losing effort. And this is going to build up to another match. This is going to build up to a 5-on-5 match at Slamboree between the two stables. Air Raid are going to beat Young Dragons for the Cruiser Tag Championships. There's a reason for that. I didn't want a four-way tag title match again between the same teams. And for the Cruiserweight title match, you've got the likes of Candido, Noble, Helms, who's a current Cruiser champ, but none of them are faces, so we need a face. So one of the Young Dragons is going to be in that match for the Cruiserweight title, which is why they've lost the Cruiser tag titles here. Hopefully you understand what I mean there. And in the main event, Lash LeRoux is going to beat Shane Helms. Curt Hennig's going to try and come in, but fail to cost Lash LeRoux the match. So, okay, Samu's losing overness because of his weak gimmick. We need to change that. The match quality is actually very good. Crowd reaction was terrible, but then these two guys are below 50 when it comes to overness, so I can't really complain about that. Samoan drop 1, 2, 3. Sid Vicious gained overness from this. He's really gaining overness at the right time here. Randy Orton, Norman Smiley, disappointing, but Smiley lost overness and Orton gained overness, so mission accomplished. Sting cutting a promo there on The Wall. Dark Carnival, Filthy Animals, decent match quality there, and I'm sure once the feud gets going, the crowd reaction will be better. And I might actually make this into a feud, these two teams, and then keep it as for stables feuding with each other. I think that's that'll add a bit more spice to it. Lash LeRoux, he's very good on the mic now. Bam Bam and Tazz, overall rating a lot lower than crowd reaction and match quality, which is a bit baffling. Scott Steiner didn't lose any overness over that, so that's good. Successful. Young Dragons Air Raid, always a fantastic match between these two sides. So the aim is to have Air Raid and West Hollywood Blondes for the Cruiser Tag titles at Slamboree. Scott Steiner attacked by Buff Bagwell backstage, gets a very good rating, and Steiner's battered with a chair. Main event, again another fantastic match, and a very good 74% despite that horrible opener. So let's have a look. 5.5. I think that could be our highest Uprising rating so far, so very successful show. Douglas wants to face Stasiak again. One thing I was thinking of is making the US title match between 4 guys at Slamboree, because at the end of Douglas and Canyon's feud, I don't want Douglas as a US champ because he's going on to bigger and better things. but I don't want Canyon to beat him. Well, Canyon can beat him clean, but I don't want him to beat him clean more than once. So I was thinking of having Jarrett and Stasiak join for match and pass on the US title to that feud. Tazz working too stiffly, that's not good. Norman Smiley wants to go against Bradshaw, we can arrange that. And that pretty much sums up that. What else? Was there anything else? Let's have a look. Samu needs to large storm at 2%. Okay, what is Samu's gimmick? Gangster, yeah, we need to change that. He's a heel. What shall we have him as? Should we have him as a foreign star? Because he is really, isn't he? Let's see if he likes that. Hopefully that'll go down well. So Randy Orton gained overness. Let's see what he is at the moment. 56. That's positive. And what's Sid Vicious at the minute? Wow, he is up to 79. So that's very positive news. Let's have a look at the feuds here. Douglas Canyon getting interesting. Balanced feud there. None of these ready to be ended yet. Sid Vicious. Mike Awesome ready to be ended. Fantastic. Oh yes, and we were going to start a feud between Vampiro, Muta and Kidman Chavo. $75. Fantastic. So I'm really liking the way it's looking for Slamboree. We've got an incident. Oh, for goodness sake. Tazz has checked into rehab to deal with his alcohol addiction. He's only had 2 fights. Right, send him. Oh, for goodness sake. Conan has checked into rehab as well. For recent behaviour of Missy Hyatt. You know what? I'm going to fire her. Tammy, Buff, Sandman. Okay, I won't fire her. I'll suspend her for 3 months. There we go. Well, the only thing I can think of now is to replace Conan with another guy in the Filthy Animals. So we ideally want it to be a mid-carder. We've got Chavo, Altar Boys, and Billy Kidman. Who else can we think of? New Jack was in for Filthy Animals, but he's in Extreme Revolution as well. Tazz could have been a good choice. He would have been a brilliant choice, but it happens that he's got an alcohol addiction as well as Conan. So there we go. Johnny for Bull, Hugh Morris. What about Hugh Morris? Or Johnny for Bull? Animal, Bull. I think that could work. Right, Johnny for Bull. It is Johnny for Bull. Filthy Animals Reborn. Conan, you're going at the end of your contract, mate. I'm removing you. Add new member. Johnny for Bull. I think he's a very good addition there. So we'll leave it there, and we'll get him involved somehow in the next in Showdown. So what the plan is now, obviously, is to have fighters who aren't fighting tomorrow night get a good run out on Showdown here, and hopefully get a good rating, and in the interviews and angles really hype up the matches for feuds that we've got going. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.